Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Are you okay? In your neck of the woods? What up? What up? Manners and respect, man. Are your girl, Debbie from Donga Yard. Welcome you all to the Jamaican kitchen. Welcome once more. It is the Jamaican cooking journey. If you're new right on over here, special welcome to you. Those of you who were there with me from the beginning of this journey, like Pauline D, and Les Forever, and the rest of you, Diana Miller, manners and respect. And you're still here with me. Today's dish is spicy, sweet and sour pork. My way. Spicy, sweet and sour pork. Now, for this, you're going to choose some nice, fresh pork of this color. Of this color, y'all. This is young pork. You don't need any skins, but you do need a little of these things in here. Let it be like semi-frozen, and I'm going to show you how to cut it. I've done most of it here, and this is in a little white vinegar water. This is how I'm going to be cleansing it. So these are in strips. You can cut them in strips, and you can cut them like in little cubes. So I'm going to show you. You want it semi-frozen like this, or even a little more firmer. Why? Because you can handle yourself better when making the strips or the cubes. If you're cutting it in cubes, you want to cut it this size. Okay? So for the strips now, you want to cut it like this. So make it a little more frozen than this, or else you'll be in trouble with your knife. So for the strip, I have them here in my little vinegar water. This could be used as 2 pieces of like the diced ones. So you can suit yourself. You can cut some in cubes. You can also cut some in strips. These are the size of the cubes. And you can do cubes and you can do strips, okay? To mix and match in the same dish. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go finish all of this now. Rinse it. Leave it to drain. And when I return, because I'm going to drain off most of this, you know? When we return, I'm going to proceed to start that little seasoning process. So, okay, now family, our seasoning process has begun. All I've done already is grate some garlic. Grater to your liking. If you don't want to use fresh garlic, but I will really suggest that. Everything fresh, everything homemade, better flavor. So I have 4 pegs of garlic in. This is 2 pounds or about 2 1/4 pounds. Remember, no bones. No bones. I'm going to be putting in some ginger. It's a must because of fresh pork. Huh? This is not corn pork. You know what all small it cut or whatever. It is pork. A little ginger in. And you're going to reserve this little piece because for the sauce, you're going to need a little extra ginger. This ginger is to aid also to moisten this and to give it some extra flavor. I'm going to be using some coriander powder, spicy, sweet and sour pork. I'm going to be using some finely chopped Scotch bonnet pepper. If you don't want, you leave it out. If you can't do spicy, or if you want to do mild, use a milder pepper or something. I'm a Jamaican, and you know, if you pepper, just Scotch bonnet straight through. But you find a milder pepper. If you don't want any pepper, leave it out. This is spicy, so I'm going to be using some. Now, to this, I am going to be adding a tablespoon of, this is not a tablespoon, but it's like less, of baking powder. Some people put baking soda. Baking powder also does moist. Remember, I put it in, I don't make it soft. I don't like to use baking soda in certain things because baking soda has a high salt intake. I not so like the taste of it all that much. You see what I'm saying? But it's up to you if you want to use baking powder, but do a little less. I'm going to be putting in here a little paprika, not a lot. Like that is about like a 1/4 teaspoon. And I'm going to be putting in here probably about a teaspoon or of soy sauce. You don't want to get it too much. At this point, I will not be putting any salt because the soy sauce has in a little salt. So I'm going to go and rub up. So you want to get, look at it. You see the color? Yeah. So we are going to be, you don't have to use your hands. If you want to use your hands, you can use your hands at this point to mush in. Okay, family. Battery just went dead on us. So look at this. I'm saying to you, you don't have to do a lot of rubbing up because these are just small cutlets. Whatever you put in there, it will just cut through it easily. Plus, we're going to leave it for about an hour to marinate. Okay? So, we're going to go and finish. So, let me finish rubbing this up. So, you want to have it with this. Coming with a nice, not too white out. This is a pretty color to start with. Okay? So, you want to start mixing it in. You have your little baking powder. Let me get your camera girl. You want to give them a close up on it. And at this point, if you use your artificial seasonings, you can put your little this, your little that, your little whatever you want to go. But don't go too much because we want to get the taste of the sweet and the sour. Because you know sweet and sour pork, you know some chicken and all of that, them go with a sauce. All these things here, we're going to be making a sauce. But we have not reached to the point of the sauce. So you don't want to go now butchering this pork with jerk and you know the works. Because when you make that nice sauce, you will never be able to taste the beauty of this dish with the whole heap of powdered seasoning all butchered through. Okay? So you can put a little bit of what you a little bit in your thing, not too much. Just because you have your little artificial seasoning taste, you have that already. You know, it's hard to get it away. And as I said before, if you want to transition from artificial seasonings to all herbs, it takes a time. It's a transition. So I don't want you to do it with just this. I don't like how it tastes, you know. But you can do it this way and still put a little of your little stuff in there to give it up, but not too much. So, but at the end of it, do not get it any darker than this, because some of those seasonings them have a lot of different colors. So you want to have it coming with a nice color like this. So you're going to scrape it around. Remember, we put soy sauce, and this is a small amount, so you don't put any salt, right? You need to put a little soy sauce, and be careful of the soy sauce that you use. Some of them are really salty, okay? And you don't want to put too much. So, look at that. And this is good. So you want to leave this in your refrigerator or wherever. If the time is cold, like the time cold up the nappy snow, you don't have to put this in your refrigerator. The time is so cold, you don't have to put this in your refrigerator. Only me, because down here it's burning. Okay? So I'm gonna go now. Leave it to marinate. I have been making here fresh pineapple juice. Choose fresh pineapple juice over canned ones. Why, Miss Debbie? Better flavor, baby, better flavor. So when we return, my pineapple juice will be ready. We are ready to start the ball rolling with this spicy, sweet and sour pork. Soon come. Okay, family, we are back and we are ready to roll with our oil being preheated over here. We're going to be doing a little deep fat frying of these little pork cutlets. We have got here our fresh pineapple juice because we also want to start that sweet and sour sauce rolling whilst these are frying. Clean hands with love in your heart, pure love. It is spicy, sweet and sour pork, and we are rolling our kitchen and we are cook with love because we want food taste nice. Now you're going to put your hands in and you're going to fry these in batches. I've got some flour here with some a little salt added. That's why I told you not to put any salt whilst you were seasoning it. So you want to flour your little cutlets of pork. Use your hand. If you want to put on your gloves, go ahead. Sometimes the gloves are needed. So some people would put cornstarch in your corn flour and mix the flour with it. Depends on what you want, okay? You can use cassava flour, you can use potato, whatever the starch. And I don't see why I should mix the starch, the cornstarch with the flour, but to each or his own. So when you do it like this, you have them, notice when you pick them up, they are clumpy. When you do it like this, you have them coming loose. So you put an amount in your oil, really hot. Don't fry too much at once. Shake the excess flour. You know the normal manner how we do the deep fat fry. Yeah? So you want to put it out right down in there. And you see that nice, you look at it, it's gonna be frying until it becomes crispy at almost to high. Because we're not in on a long thing with this because the pork is young, it's tender, we have cut it in thin strips, so we're not supposed to eat on a long thing. We're gonna be frying these in batches, and then we're gonna have them all crispy. After we remove them each time, we're gonna lay them on a platter here. Should be on the stove top, keeping warm, but with the stove here, it not have no space. So that is happening. Let me go wash my hands, and when I return, I'll be somewhere moving in a different direction. Okay? Okay, now we are right back, and I hope you're here with me. And this is our first batch of pork out. You see how them bossy and cocky, so them feel look good. This is our second batch in, and me and camera girl was eating some of this pork off camera. Camera girl, tell them how the pork tastes. Tell them.
It tastes good.
Okay. She said she don't eat pork, but it tastes good. Now we are going to proceed. Now that you have seen the first batch out, that is there frying. This last batch is here, being coated in the flour. Remember to remove your excess flour before you put it in the oil. And okay. We are going to proceed now to start. I hope I'm not confusing you. So you don't have to look back on the pork again. Right around there the feet. We're going to proceed now to start making some sweet and sour sauce with our pineapple juice. You don't want to put in all from now because you want to leave a little bit. You're going to put in some brown sugar, and this is like about it's not full half cup, it's like a little less than half a cup. You want to leave that brown sugar in there to dissolve. Okay, the heat will do that trick. Whilst that is happening, you want to make sure you don't forget to squeeze some lemon juice, like about a tablespoon and a half of freshly squeezed lemon juice. This is for the souring up, sweet and sour. At this point, you want to put in some vinegar. You do these first, you don't want to forget. This is like probably about a tablespoon and a half of plain, and you use another one with the plain, whether apple cider, whether tarragon, some other one, but not too dark one, you know. And you're going to put in reasonable amount, like the same of what you have there. Let us go put this in and come back. This is going to take a little time because it has a spoon, so we're going to put in that. All right, now at this point, you don't want to forget to put in a little extra ginger too in this sweet and sour sauce. So you put it in from now. A little extra fresh garlic. So don't use ginger powder. Do not use ginger powder, family. You're looking some better flavor. Now we're using some fresh pineapple. Now is the time to put in the fresh pineapple cubes, because these pineapple cubes, you want them to become soft and moist. You know, because remember, pineapple sauce, you know, you don't want to have them whilst you're eating your sweet and sour pork. You have them all chewy. You want to have them soft and nice. So when you bite down in your sweet and sour pork, you just go and you get a piece of the pineapple, you just go right down to it, juicy and nice, as how it take, and it would stay right there, taking the sweet and the sourness from the sauce, and everybody will mix in. So look at this now. Riding and whistling. So you want to stir up your pork. This is our second batch. Now you're getting a flavor, not you, when you do yours at this point, that is coming out from all that is happening here. And camera girl is still teething pork cutlets. She good on that, hold the camera and take out the meat at the same time. So at this point, you want to taste where you're at. You must taste now. We are come up there, but we don't reach there yet. Now that is cooking, let it come to a boil. We're going to leave this to come to a boil, and when we return, I'll show you what we're going to proceed to do. Okay? Okay, now family, we are right back. Our last batch is in. Camera girl been eating constantly. I figure more or less by the time this video is finished, we won't have any pork. We will just have sweet and sour sauce. But let's proceed. So this is what your sauce. That's at this point with the pineapple juice, the sugar, the pineapple chunks, a little ginger, and a little garlic. That was just what I had. This is what let us taste. Cause nothing more, you know, now gonna deal with the sweet and sour, you know. Those are just like for extra flavoring. So make me taste again. Sweet and sour. Yes, man. The pineapple, sourness and little sweetness, the sugar, the vinegar, we are there. Right on over here, we're gonna put, we wanna put a little red food coloring. If you have the paste, so much the better. Just a 1 or 2, because this one that I'm using here is very workless, you see? So, this is not going on good again with nothing at all. So, we wanna get a little red, and all of that. We don't go on too far. Okay? Alright, so we change course now with the color right there. I hope you're in on this. We're going to be adding right now some ketchup. You don't need to put no cornstarch because ketchup having cornstarch. Most ketchup, them having cornstarch. So you're going to pour, I'll tell you the amount. Don't worry about it. That sounds like, that looks like about half cup. But maybe we might want a little more. Maybe a cup. But let's proceed. Let's dissolve that. You don't put everything all at once. Remember, this sauce must be thick. We have got the sweet. We have got the sour. We have the pineapple chunks. And all of that. And it's coming to a thickness. Put the camera on. Those pork cutlets, the heat is on, family. But can I tell you something? Good news is coming. Somewhere along the line, very early, we're working on the heat. Good news will be coming to you with this heat. Because it have me away on a seat, not true. Now, this is coming to a thick consistency, but try to remember that we coated those pork cutlets with some flour. So the flour is still on it, so when we drop it in this sweet and sour thing, it is going to be even more thicker. Make sense? Alright. So we have that, and it's going in now. Okay, y'all? So, we have got here some oyster sauce. This is just for flavoring, no really not thickening much of anything. So you have your little nice sauce them in your cupboard. We have got some, this is some Thai sweet chili. We're gonna put in some because we say we did go spicy, so we have put little in that. So all of your little nice sauce them that you got at home, you're gonna be putting them in right now. Okay? Let us ride and let us whistle. Read that? I hope you're there, girl, riding and whistling whilst we turn our last set of pork cutlets, okay? Sauce must be here on medium, reasonable heat, coming to a boil. We want to get it thick, okay? We want to get it thick, so you want to turn the flame up now, because I think we're almost there. We have got a little bell peppers of different colors, just to enhance it, and some onions. But we don't want to put them in too early for when we eat them get saggy and soft and pop down like all bread. You know, some bread when I need good and when you know soft bread, it does no. So let us carry this to a boil and let it stay there and boil while stirring it. Stirring it will get thick. So we are going to be continuous stirring, and this is a beautiful flavor. Let us taste here, because I don't think we want salt, because all these sauces, they do contain some salt. But Jesus, a kitchen turn up. But we not burn up nothing. So we are going to let this sauce come to a boil. We are going to leave it, because if you constantly stir it, it now will build up the heat. Each time you stir, it scatters the heat and it takes longer to boil. Now that you see I've taken the spoon out, it's boiling. But once it boils, you stir it around constantly, don't let it burn. So we are going to go in now, and we are going to sort out the last batch here, ready with it. When we return, we'll show you at what pace to put in these little condiments. And then we'll be coming back to just toss and to present to you. Okay, now family, we have finished with our pork cutlets over there. Look at our sauce, it is being reduced. And this is how it looks. Look at it. Scraping around the edges. You see that it's coming really thick. Look at it. So this is our pineapples there. Inside there, they're coming real juicy. So the sauce is thickening whilst the pineapples are coming to come. Remember we said spicy, sweet and sour. Right here now, all the little extra spice, a little bit of black pepper. It could be this, it could be the grounded one. It doesn't matter. We're looking for some extra spice. right here. And right now, not for you if you don't want, I've got some extra Scotch bonnet, spicy I said. If you don't want spicy, you don't have to do that. Stirring around, look at it. We're gonna let it reduce. Come along, you don't leave it at this point, you don't want it getting burned. The sauce is coming real thick, so you want to stir it, and let it come reduce a little more, maybe another 7 minutes. When we return, we'll be putting in our these and all of that, because we want them to go down with there in the pork and stay there a little bit. Okay, we are back right in with our onions. Look at that, look at it. You notice it's coming thicker and thicker, and these are our little colorful little peppers. Do what you want. You can also put some carrots at this point. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Let us lower our flame right here, right now, and I'll be positioning myself to get my pork right over here. And right now, you'll be turning in your pork. Okay? Turning in your pork, and you want to be just coating it, because of this pork here, with this, all of this flour coating and all of that, it is gonna just suck up all of this sauce, and everything just going to come gel, and everything just going to come nice. Look at what is happening, y'all, right in front of your face. Look at this. This is what is gonna happen. So you know what you want to do right now? You want to turn your flame off, and you're just gonna be leaving this. Let us finish coating it. Look at that. Look at that. Everything is coming together. So you got to know how much pork you have, and to how much. Wow, this is so beautiful. Family, I wish you were here to plate you up some. Let me go. Just constantly tossing it around. This is good. We're gonna cover it now for about a minute, and when we return, we should have some well plated for you. Let us just go cover this. Look at the beauty. Camera girl, could you shoot them up on this sweet and sour pork? Shoot them up, camera girl. Okay? So when we return, we'll be plating up some for you. Just for you. Just for you, family. Just for you. From my kitchen to yours. From my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your plate, and most of all to your stomach. It is spicy, sweet and sour pork done Debbie down a yard way. Please do enjoy. Now, if you have liked this video, camera girl, you want to shoot them up? If you have liked this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to the Jamaican Cooking Journey. Remember, when you subscribe, remember to hit the bell. And that bell allows you to be notified whenever there is another video uploaded. If you're not getting a notification, don't worry about that. You know where to come. Go. You know where to come. You know where the Jamaican Cooking Journey is. Go right on, check, see what is happening. You don't want to miss all of these. Okay? Today's post notification shout out goes to. Remember to like, share, subscribe once more. Leave your comments below, principled and decent. We want to thank you so much for your love. We want to thank you so much for your support. And for those of you who are asking for donations, we'll leave our PayPal donation link in the description of the video. Also, there is the donation button, which is PayPal on the top there. Also, we're going to leave all our other forwarding contacts that you can get onto us, and those who would like to donate other than PayPal, you can do so. We want to thank you so much for your love. Remember to go show camera daughter-in-law and camera son some love. Remember to check out Margaret's book. I'm in her book. I'm in on that book. Remember to go show her. Margaret Smith here on the Jamaican Cooking Journey. Remember to go show her some love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Once more, Debbie from Dongayard. Bless. No stress.